Yo, yo, yo. My dope people, man, what is good? Happy Venusian Day. Happy Friday. Sending y'all mad positive energy. Sending y'all mad love. Before I get into this dope ass YouTube video message I got for you all, man, take a deep breath for me to become present since it is a gift. Welcome to the present. You already know, man. It's a good day. That life force energy, that prana, that chi. Speaking of life force energy, man, let's just use that as a segue to get into this video. I am talking about ancient Egypt and the story of really not even necessarily story, but who these deities are, who these gods are. You know, sun god Ra, Osiris, Auset, Horus, Set, etc., etc. When you hear me say those names, you may not know who they are. But Auset is Isis. Isis is her Greek name. Osiris is the Greek name of Ausar. But their ancient Kemet names, their Kemetic names, is Auset and Ausar. All right. So number one, let's start with Ra. Right. Ra is sun god Ra. He represents the sun depicted as a falcon in ancient Egypt and ancient Kemet. Usually has a sun disk over his head because it represents the sun, the creator god responsible for bringing light to the dark. That is Ra energy, right? That's why they call it. That's why it's the eye of Ra, because one eye represents the sun. Okay. Osiris is the god of the afterlife. Has a lot of the same common similarities to sun god Ra. You know, he's just the ruler of the underworld, Pluto energy. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio energy. He judges things. He's like the judge of karmas. You know what I'm saying? That's why in ancient Kemet, they talked about alchemy all the time. Because when you take two perspectives, you're not necessarily supposed to choose a side. You are supposed to take both perspectives, understand them for what they are, let your mind process those perspectives, and then transmute and transcend that energy to a better result based off of those perspectives. That's chemistry. That's alchemy. This is why it's called Kim, alchemy. You know what I'm saying? They knew this. This is spiritual science that we're talking about on this channel. You already know the vibe. This is definitely one of the topics I will be deep diving into. All right. So now that we talked about, and also Osiris, that's his Greek name. His Egyptian name, I like to say Kemet or Kemetic name, is Ausar. 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 All right. Now, because and the reason most people know him is Osiris is because again that's his Greek name, and the Greeks learned everything they know pretty much from Kemet. You know, so they basically use their own nomenclature and created their own vocabulary, their names, and things along those lines. So they wanted to create their own system based off of what they learned from Kemet. Now let's get to Isis, which is her Greek name. Her Kemet name is Auset. Now, there's definitely correlation between Auset and Ausar in regards to why their names both start with A and U. And I know, so right now I'm learning ancient Egyptian texts and the nomenclature in regards to how they use words, how they spell and things along those lines. Because certain letters have certain meanings. It's not like an A and it has a vowel to it, right? Certain letters have a whole description or a whole understanding to it. So when you put two words together, it symbolizes it symbolizes something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to look at my notes because I have a bunch of notes and I do not feel like flipping through those notes while I'm on this video. Okay. So y'all just got to bear with me. But with that being said, Auset is the wife and the sister of Ausar. All right. So they had a son by the name of Heru. You know Heru as Horus. Horus is the son, but his Greek name is Horus. His Kemet name is Heru. Now, this is what happened. Set, who is the brother of Ausar, right? Set represents the dark. Heru represents the light. Set murdered Ausar, and he basically cut his body up into like 12 or 13 pieces. Auset, the wife of Ausar, she went and found those pieces of him, and she reincarnated him, and they had the child, which is Heru. When Heru was incarnated, he had a series of competitions against Set. And he won because Haru represents the light, Set represents the dark. Now, this is important to realize that in ancient spiritual science, they did not believe in devils and demons and shit like that. It's just a opposite expression of the same energy. This is why we have positive and negative. Think about it this way. If you turn, and I was thinking about this the other day. If you turn off of if you're in like the pitch black, right? Say you're in your bathroom and you turn off your light. Your light isn't really off. It's just really, really dim to where it seems like it's off, but it's not off. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is it's just a blending of energies. Just a separate expression of energies. Nothing, there's not really a specific point to where something switches. So for example, let's take hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? When you turn on the water in the morning and it's super cold and it's getting hot, there's not necessarily a specific point or second to where it just switches from cold to hot. You just know over time it goes from cold to hot. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a transmutation of energies, and these are just different expressions of the same energy. When the Big Bang happened, there was light and dark. Set and Haru are the physical representations of the light and the dark. This is why the competition happened. The light has beat out the dark. It overrides the dark. This is why they say without dark, you can't see the light. I'm just saying, it's the truth. And the true shit is, the true thing about it is that you manifest a lot from your, dark energy. You know what I'm saying? Your Set energy. So with that being said, Set got beat out and Haru suffered a injured eye. I think it was either like gazed or like, it was, he didn't have that eye anymore or something along those lines. Now, Auset, who represents the moon. Auset represents the moon. She is the divine feminine. The wife, who represents the moon energy, she is the divine feminine. In the tarot, she is the high priestess. This is probably the most spiritual symbol, energy, card, whatever you want to call it. Because the high priestess, Auset, Isis, she understood all spiritual information in any way, both conscious and unconscious. Your subconscious program and your conscious programming, the dark and the light and everything in between. She understands all of this information. It's like she's an encyclopedia for spiritual information because she had to walk both lines. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. She went and picked up all pieces to reincarnate, her husband. So she had to see the dark in order to bring the light into physical existence. This is Auset energy. This is why she's represented by the moon, feminine energy, high priestess, highly, highly spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when the high priestess card comes out in the tarot deck, it symbolizes that we are taking a deep dive into your subconscious programming, so you can understand the dark side in which you are manifesting from. This is why in your physical reality, you see a reflection of that, because we manifest from the subconscious programming. 90% of what we manifest is subconscious, is from our subconscious. 10% is conscious. I'm just saying. So with that being said, she's also known as the master healer, because when Haru won the competition and he suffered that eye injury, she gave him a brand new eye. So she embodied the master healer. So this is why one eye represents the sun, the other eye represents the moon, because Haru is the son of Ausar, and she is the son of Auset, who represents the divine feminine. So it's like a divine feminine and a divine masculine. Again, expressions of energies. There's the sun and the moon. There's negative, positive, hot, cold, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? So the moon is feminine energy. The sun is masculine energy. Both eyes represent that. And also you will see Osiris, or again, Ausar. You will see him represented by usually mummified pharaohs and things along those lines. You're definitely going to see him as a mummified pharaoh. Sun god Ra is represented by a falcon because of the holistic view of things, soul purpose. All right, so that's kind of a synopsis of the story of these things, man. And one thing I'll tell you is that they definitely, all of these civilizations, Greek, Egyptian, Rome, they all studied the stars. They all studied the cosmos. This is why astrology, astronomy, and things along those lines are so powerful, because the stars were here before everyone. You feel me? So that's like why I'm so in. That's part of why I'm so into it. I'm into it naturally. I've always been into the stars and planets and things along those lines. But but yeah, man, I really just wanted to give you all like a quick synopsis on that story, and really spiritual science in the start of it, man, because I'm really diving deep into it, and it's a lot about expression of really the same energies. We live in a paradox, and that paradox is two energies. Your purpose, I'm telling you, your purpose is to transmute and transcend energy. That is alchemy. That is your biggest purpose in life. That is your purpose. Because when you take two perspectives and you blend it into a bowl and create a better result, you're going to get rewarded for it, which is karma. Karma is not a bad thing unless you're putting out negative energy. If you're putting out negative energy, then yes, karma is a bad thing. But if you're putting out positive energy, you're empowering people, you're helping people, and just being in your authenticity and just really just showing love to people. Guess what? Karma is probably the best word you can possibly hear. You feel me? So just showing y'all mad love. I wanted to give y'all again just a synopsis of what's going on with of the background of the Kemet civilization. Man, I got mad love for them. I feel highly connected, and I'm super excited, man. I'm going to Egypt this summer. I can't wait, man. I got a call about it. I am so excited to go to Egypt this summer. Like, I'm so fucking excited. Yeah, I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. With that being said, man, again, sending y'all mad positive energy, sending y'all love on this great Venus Venusian day. Make sure y'all drink y'all water. Health is wealth. The body is made up of 60 to 70% water, which is funny because I was talking about the moon, and guess what? The moon is ruled by Cancer, and you know what Cancer is? Cancer is a water sign. Do the math. With that being said, I love y'all, and we out, man. You out. Stay positive. Control your thoughts.